Good morning and good Friday. This is Deputy Download, and today we're going to be doing a monologue of the sorts on one of my favorite video games and quite possibly a favorite video game franchise, Destiny 2 and the Destiny franchise. For those of you who don't know, Destiny is a first-person shooter, multiplayer online game. Essentially, it takes place in a fictional universe, and you play as a guardian, a wielder of the light, which is essentially a superhero who is granted powers, elemental powers, by this giant white globe in the sky called the Traveler, which is a paracausal orb that fights the darkness. With that being said, Destiny is made by Bungie. Bungie is a video game developer based out of Seattle. A love-hate relationship, of course. Nothing's ever perfect, but I've arguably spent the better part of 3,000 hours playing Destiny. I've played on Xbox, I played on computer. I just genuinely enjoy the game. Bungie is not the same Bungie I grew up with. Back in 2001, I played the original Halo video game, which was developed by Bungie, and Bungie made multiple other video games to include Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo Reach, which were subsequent follow-ups to that original, each utilizing fantastic first-person gunplay and gameplay that, to this day, in my opinion, is unparalleled. Additionally, Bungie went ahead and they revolutionized the online multiplayer game space when they assisted in the introduction of and the takeoff of Xbox Live back in 2004 with Halo 2, the innovation of user-generated context and content back in 2007 with Halo 3, and later in 2010 with Halo Reach. Personally, I've always loved anything Bungie puts out. I think they have some kind of special element in their gunplay and the gameplay. The concept art is always immaculate. Art department seems to always just be on fire in the best of ways. And personally, this game right here, Destiny, and its sequel, Destiny 2, of which for some reason I don't have a physical copy, but I have a physical copy of the original Destiny, which I actually didn't play all that much. I got more serious into Destiny 2. I love this franchise. This franchise has been with me for just about 12 years. Like I mentioned earlier, Destiny 1 was not really a game I cared about too much. I mean, I cared about it because it was Bungie and I jumped into it, but I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what it was. And when Destiny 2 came out in 2016, I was at a different point in my life than I was when I played the original Halo games. I was at a different point in my life than when the original Destiny came out. Destiny 2 was back in 2016 when it came out. Now, 2016, yours truly was in the process of getting hired with a law enforcement agency, and I had picture me. I'm gonna keep on saying 2016 here because I'm an idiot, but the game came out in 2017. I just, for some reason, am trauma blocking that it came out in 2017, and I was on the job for a whole year, and was in a certain way suffering before I went ahead and I played Destiny 2, which you'll come to find out shortly once you finish the video, I loved. I was a young man, 22 years old, and an avid gamer, and had no clue the cluster I was getting myself into and the growing up I had to do. And honestly, something that helped me as I grew up through my career was Destiny 2. For the better part of 10 years, I've routinely gone to work, done a vast variety of tasks, handled domestics, handled traffic crashes, homicides, vehicle thefts, every brutal situation that you can imagine I've dealt with. And somehow I always came home and my decompression time started with, guess what? Destiny. To this day, there's not a game or franchise that I am so invested in. I've chased achievements. I'm by no means a lore master of this franchise, but this franchise has given me so many memories and assisted me in dealing and coping with various traumas, various experiences, both in my professional and personal life. 10 years that I went through multiple relationships, failed ones, and even now, as the last update for this game comes out this past Tuesday of June of 2026, this game is still something I come in and play 10 years later and smile with a smile on my face and decompress and feel nothing but joy. Mild frustration at times, of course, like any good rager. But I love this franchise. It's taught me about hope. It's taught me about perseverance. It's taught me about doing the right thing. There's some novelty and genuineness to realizing that you can try to do the right thing, and there's inevitability in the universe where no matter how much you try or how good you are, things just happen and you cannot stop them. One of which is now the end of Destiny 2, which comes at a, I guess, changing of the guard both in my professional and personal life, and it's kind of surreal. Like I mentioned, 10 years, right? And 10 years ago, I got hired. I went through some of the craziest things imaginable. I went through COVID-19. I went through the riots of 2020, the summer of love, as some call it. Officer-involved shooting, promotion, demotion. Been a detective now for about 3 years. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I'm devoted to what I do. And I believe in the righteous cause of doing the right thing and doing the right thing by and for people who can't do it for themselves. I'm going to end up pretty much telling you the God honest truth. Destiny 2 saved my life. It gave me hope. It kept me grounded through some truly dark times, truly dark thoughts. And if anything, while the expansions weren't consistent in maybe the quality that they delivered, the game itself was consistent. And it's always been something I can look forward to. As we near the conclusion of, for now at least, that we know of the franchise, I also reflect back on my personal and professional life as I close one chapter and begin another. I'm now facing to become a supervisor in the workplace. I've purchased my first home. I'm engaged to the love of my life and looking forward to marriage. I'm devoted to all these things. And while this is a beautiful thing, much like Destiny has been a beautiful thing to me, it's kind of surreal. Love this game, love this franchise, and I'm grateful for it. For Audacia Astra. I'll see you Starside Guardians. Have a good one. This is Deputy Download, out.